Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Duncan Meter. Been a little while, but we're back. We got some new videos coming along, and I'm very excited to have you, my viewers, tuning in to this video. What do we got here? I'm sure everybody recognizes this. If you don't, that's okay. That's why you're here on the channel. We're going to explain it. This very scary, dark-looking firearm is called the AR-15, and no, it's not very scary. If you're very scared, I'm really sorry. Probably turn the camera off, get a tissue, I don't know. Don't be scared. It's not a scary firearm. This is the AR-15. AR does not stand for assault rifle. No, 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 no. If you think that again, well, we're going to change your mind hopefully today. AR stands for Armalite rifle. That was the original manufacturer of this firearm. It was manufactured originally, I think it was designed in 1956. It was manufactured somewhere between 1959 and 1964, and it was adopted by the U.S. Armed Forces as the M16. It's commonly chambered in .223 or 5.56 millimeters. That's the caliber of the round. You might be asking, well, how is it chambered in two? Well, .223 and 5.56 are very similar. They're not exactly the same. But generally speaking, and you guys can feel free to correct me, I'm not going to go over the semantics here. Most AR-15s that are chambered in .223 or 5.56 can accept either round. Again, there are exceptions to that. That's for a different video. This specific example of the AR-15, the one that I have here on display, is made by Bushmaster. But they're also made by Smith & Wesson, Stag Arms, Colt, and many others. Sometimes they're called the M4, all different names. They're all variants of the AR-15. Let's see. This video is basically a how-to. I'm not really going to go into the history. I gave you a quick 1-minute synopsis of the history. If you'd like a really long-winded history on the AR-15, the History channel might be a good place to go for that, or some other videos on YouTube. Mine is, I just bought the rifle, or I want to buy the rifle. How do I use it? It looks really dark and scary. Ooh, no. I'm going to show you how to use it. Here's the AR-15. I just took it out of the box, hypothetically. This is a 10-round magazine. For those of you that follow my channel, you know I live in a very unfriendly state. I'm limited to a 10-round magazine. Before I go any further, I just do want to say, as I say in all my videos, I would really appreciate it if you find this helpful, to please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I really do read all the comments. Sometimes I reply when I have availability and time. I like comments often, but I really do read every single comment, and I really do appreciate it. And if there's something you want to see reviewed that I have not done, let me know. I've gotten a lot of requests to review the AR-15, which is why I'm making this video. All right, back to the guts here. Before we do anything further, let's make sure that this is unloaded and safe. I am right now in a place where nobody is around me. All directions are safe, obviously, except for pointing at me. I know it's unloaded. You don't know, so let's go over that. Here's the magazine. The magazine is empty. How do I know? I see the follower. It's made of plastic, and there's no rounds in here. I do have a separate video recently uploaded on how to load the AR-15, at least the magazine. Very easy. Take a look for it. It's on my channel. Just watch my videos and you'll see it. It's about 5 minutes long. Really easy to load this. But I'll save that for a different video because this is more of just how to use it. Alright, so we know the magazine is empty. There's no magazine in here. How do I know? I can stick my hand here. No magazine. What is this? This is the ejection port, otherwise known as the dust cover. Well, this is the dust cover. It covers the ejection port. We want to open this and we want to look inside and make sure there's no round in here, stuck in here, or more specifically in the chamber. Because just because the magazine has been removed, there could still be a round in the chamber right now. We would have no idea. So we're going to pull back on the charging handle, and when you pull back on the charging handle, because there is no magazine in here, the handle is not going to stay open. It's just going to close again. It's going to push the bolt forward and close the bolt. So how do we prevent that? I'm just going to flip the firearm around here. We prevent that on this side with this little button. So this little button here would release the bolt and push it forward to strip a round off the magazine and push it into the chamber. This little button, if you press it in the other direction, so I'm pressing down here, once I pull the handle back, if I press this down, it's going to lock the handle in the open position. So it's a little hard to do here on the camera, but let me show you. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to pull this back, Now I'm going to press down on here, and that's going to lock the bolt in the open position. I'm going to flip it around again, and what that did, as I pulled the handle, it opened automatically the dust cover, and I can clearly see in here right now. You may not be able to see on the camera, but I can see there is no round in the chamber. There's no round in here. There's no magazine in here. This is completely unloaded. But that's okay. I'm still going to continue to point it in a safe direction. All right, we know it's unloaded. So how do we use it? Take it out of the box. Take your magazine. Again, this is a 10-round magazine. These commonly come in 10 rounds, 5 rounds even. I think if you want to do deer hunting, depending on your state. 5 rounds, 10 rounds, 15 rounds, 20 rounds, 30 rounds, I think a 100-round drum. And obviously it goes without saying, this is a 10. If you have a 30-round magazine, it's going to be longer, right? Because the rounds have to go somewhere. How do I use it? Take your magazine. Magazine is loaded. Watch the other video for that. Take the magazine, insert it in the correct direction, and I'm just going to give you a little knowledge share here, I guess. The bolt right now is back. I'm sorry, I'm going to hold this up so you can see a little bit easier in the camera. Forgive me, I'm a one-man show here. The bolt is back, and so when you take this magazine and insert it, you're just going to push it in until it clicks. You want to hear the click. So that click tells me it's inserted. If the bolt were forward and it were not held back, it would be a little bit harder to put that magazine in, especially if there were rounds in the magazine. Not significantly, but a little bit harder. So you really want to make sure you press the magazine in until you hear a click. When you hear the click, you know it's okay. So the magazine's in. Again, I have no ammo in this, but if there were ammo in it and now you want to fire, you're at the range, you're in a safe direction, what you would do, I'm just going to flip it around again, you want to release the bolt. You want to allow the bolt to slam shut and to strip a round off the magazine and to chamber it. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of the camera, I'm going to press this button, but I'm going to have the firearm flipped around so you can actually see the bolt closing. So you're not going to see me press this, but know that I'm pressing this. So you're at the range, magazine's loaded. You can see a round just sitting here at the top of the magazine. When I press this button, it's going to allow the bolt to slam closed and chamber that round. So here we go. So that's it. The round theoretically would be chambered now. This button right here is called the forward assist. So for whatever reason, the bolt has a little trouble closing. It doesn't quite close all the way. Maybe there's a little gap. You would depress this button and that would help push the bolt to close. I've been firing this for, oh gosh, over 20 years now. This specific AR, many like it. I've never had to use the forward assist. I actually don't know anybody that has had to use the forward assist. I'm sure somebody has in the military. I'm sure it's come up, but I have not. So I highly doubt that most of you will have to use the forward assist. But anyway, magazine's in, magazine's loaded, bolt is closed, hypothetical round is in the chamber. Now you want to fire. Is there anything left? Well, aside from pulling the trigger, let's flip it around again. We have a safety on this. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Again, forgive me if you can't. There are 2 settings. Safe, which is what it's in right now. It's pointed forward. And then fire, which is on the up position. So if you want to fire it, you would pull a little selector knob to fire, and then you would pull your trigger and fire at will. Once you're done firing, once it's empty, you fired the last round, what happens? The bolt is going to come back, and it's going to lock in the open position. It locked right now in the open position without me having to press that button because there's a magazine in it, and the magazine is empty. What you would do then, you want to continue shooting, you hit this little button right here, that's the eject button. Magazine comes out, take your new loaded magazine, put it in, clicked in, press this button, handle and the bolt come forward, you're ready to fire again. That is exactly how you use this firearm. It is not overly complicated. There's other features to this, obviously. This you could adjust the stock. I live in an unfriendly state, so the stock is pinned. You cannot adjust it. You can try adjusting it. It's not adjustable. You have a little clip here for a sling. Again, I live in an unfriendly state. Lots of things are banned in my unfriendly state. Maybe one day it'll be friendlier, but right now it's not. And that's it. I don't have sights on this yet. I was going to put Trijicon sights. I have another one with iron sights. This one I don't have any sights on it at the moment. I had taken them off. But if you did have sights, you can put them on the sight rail here. And that's really it. Again, there's a lot to this. There's other videos that I'll show you how to take it down, break it down, take it apart, separate the upper from the lower, how to clean it. Those are in other videos. But this is a basic how to use it. What is this little flap here again? This is the dust cover of the ejection port. You want to put it away. What I do when I put it away is I have a lock from Gun Vault, and it almost looks like a magazine. It's orange. And you would take it and you would put it in here, and you pull the bolt back, you pull the charging handle back, you slip the Gun Vault lock in here, you lock it, and then you allow the charging handle and the bolt to just kind of rest against the lock. And basically the lock makes it so you can't put any rounds in here, including just putting a round in directly, because the lock kind of squishes it all. I really recommend that lock. I definitely like it, and obviously, like any firearm, you need to keep it locked and secured when you're not using it. Whether that's a cable lock through the magazine coming out the breech, whether that's a lock on the bottom, however you want to do it, or put it in the safe. It's your decision, obviously, but I recommend safe firearm storage. I hope you guys found this helpful. Again, please like and subscribe if you did. Please watch the other video on how to load an AR-15 magazine if you don't know how, or if you're just interested in a refresher. Very simple, very easy. And thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Duncan Meter out.